Alright, here I am recording another game. It's March 11th of 2023. And we're playing Nebulous Fleet Command. Wow! What a new thing to have here. Map I chose this time is... crap. Styx. Yeah, obviously. Styx. Team 1's Shelter Alliance, or the ANS. Team 2 is the Protectorate. Outer Spur. No. Shunt? No. I gotta remember. I gotta hit that world building document up again to remember what OSP actually stands for. They're the Protectorate. Got a little bit of OPA representation here on the ANS team, which doesn't seem correct. The Hand of Nod is also here. Alright. What do we got? We have a dog. Dog. Team 2 has a dog. Very exciting. We also got a sick guy. And an entire ziggurat. So this is quite an interesting, Nebulous has a very deep player base. We have ancient buildings, other species, people from the future. Got Beltalowda. Were those coming in a line? Yeah, they are. That's just... I didn't know you could even do that. Because that looks like a recipe for disaster. That's a lot of drive plume that ship's eating. I'm sure it's fine, though. Alright, OSP fleet. What do you have? We got a pair of Dark Combat Ocellos. Okay, so we got a couple of budget Axfords. T-30s? Plus plasma cannons? Wait. Can I get Polly? Can I get some light on this ship, please? God damn, it is dark on this map. I want to see how these are built. Okay, so we got 2 plasma cannons on each side up front, and 2 T-30s on each side on the rear. Oh my, that is gonna eat someone alive. Presumably the same thing here. Oh yeah, brutal. If they can get the good angling, that's dangerous. We got some scouting containers. No, mine containers going out already. Got another ship here. Well-rounded little combat vessel here. We got 450s on one side with containers probably full of mines. Rockets? Okay. Very aggressive build. Same thing over here. Alongside some escorts with container stack launches on them as well. Which... presumably these guys have mines, yeah. And we have another Ocello team. So the OSP team is geared up for a straight-up fight. Oh, wait a minute. This has plasma on it. Again, this has normal cannons. So we got plasmas and sarissas. Stone walls, rebounds, and cannons. And a jammer. Okay, that's quite a very, very well-rounded team. Nothing too weird. Nothing like the last match. And on the Shelter Alliance team, we have a Missile Axford. Just one. No escorts. No anything. Just a booty ton of presumably expensive missiles. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That is so many missiles. I didn't even know you could get that many missiles on an Axford. Oh, no. Okay, so that's menacing. We're going to keep an eye on that. Got a gun Axford with Type 3 missiles on it, presumably hybrids. Oh, yeah. Some AMMs. But he brought a little scout, which is good. You need scout, you need intel, especially when you're using missiles. You also need missile defense. I like how this point defense can track on something it can't even see. That's kind of funny. We have another Axford. Okay, a pair of Axfords. This is more standard Axford comp. Some Mark 66 cannons. Uh-oh, Auroras and Stonewalls, though. He hasn't heard about the container meta. But it doesn't matter. The Protector team is not bringing any containers to the party. We got some hybrids going out already. They're going to get downed by a absolute battery of grape shot coming out of those. Man, I did not even consider that he's bringing their PD to the party very effectively. They don't need the extra point defense. They've got the T-30s are plenty of point defense. Some fire coming out of this Gunnocello. Going after this Voxel squad, which we haven't looked at yet. Apologies to Bo Jiden, come on. For his, not looking at his fleet. Got a Type 2 missile launcher on the back. And guns. Lots of guns. Oh, yeah. Lots of guns. And a jammer on this guy. Doesn't look like any FCS radar, though, which could be a problem. I don't think anybody on this team brought any FCS radar. Which is bad. Not being able to lock your targets can really mess with you. This guy has an illuminator, though. I'm not sure if he is firing semi-actives or if he doesn't know how illuminators work. I've certainly made that mistake. Illuminator versus jammer. Two jammers. Who would win? I guess we're going to find out. Looks like the jammers are winning because this guy's not firing anything, but he's getting pounded by, well, he's getting whiffed by plasma. He's also getting pounded by plasma. 4 plasma turrets can put out quite the volley of fire. Can't they, Bill? Oh, Bill. Unfortunately, Bill died in a fire before this cast could ever be aired. A lot of plasma fire going down the valley. Axford's dodging most of it, though. Whether on purpose or by sheer luck of the Protector team having a bad radar picture, I'll never know. Probably a little bit of both. Some hybrids coming in with those Sarissas, which are missing, unfortunately. Oh, they are going to get through. Nope. Well, 2 of them get through. That's good. That's some damage. Yeah, some damage on those guns. And damage on the mount gyro. That's actually a big problem. Those turrets are going to need to be able to loop around. Especially now that we got more damage coming in. Oh, no. And RPF fire out of those voxels. And Type 200s. Looks like one of them is going to hit. Yeah, right in the nose. Although it's already taken a beating in the nose. Looks like that whole area is downed anyways. Not managing his DC teams at all. Could repair that locker and get an extra restore out of it and a few extra teams, but that's not going to happen. So many missiles coming in. So much RPF. Honestly, I don't think RPF is going to be that good against these liner ships because they don't have much armor, but they do have some armor, and RPF has almost no penetration whatsoever. These missiles are doing work. Well, this one's not going to. It's going to fly over here and not hit anything. I'm kind of sniffly right now. Not sure why. One of those 200 hybrids. Oh, boy. And he's found just the angle that this ship cannot fire back. Might be due to the damage of the mount gyros. Those turrets are not rotating very effectively. T-30s are also all unloaded. This is one of the downsides of using these as your point defense. They do have to reload. A lot of fire coming onto that Axford. Oh, 2 more strikes. And they don't do any damage whatsoever to this ship. They appear to have struck right in this midsection right here where there is no modules. So it might have taken some hull damage, but we can't actually see the condition of a ship's spine. Losing a lot of AMMs into that rock. Gotta use manual mode on AMMs unless you want that to happen. Whole slew of missiles coming out of this ship. The hand of nod is Back in force. I keep getting errors. Hopefully he wasn't mysteriously booted and just decided to quit for no reason. Fortunately, it looks like his ships have passed to someone. Hopefully that someone has noticed and is handling those. AMM's coming out onto those hybrids. Struggling to keep up with them. So many AMMs. Oh my, so many hybrids. It's certainly worth the expenditure, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Grape shot coming in. More AMMs going out to deal with this other set of missiles. Oh, there's too much to watch. This ship's taking damage. A huge volley of missiles and counter missiles. A couple misses on these hybrids. All right, we're gonna keep an eye. We're gonna come down here and watch this. Keep an eye on that. More damage being taken. Missiles are completely annihilating the computers. Looks like these are probably more semi-actives that are fired at a target that is not painted. A couple are gonna hit anyways. Most of them missed. Damn shame. If all of these had hit, it could have destroyed this Ocello. Because what few did hit did a lot of damage. Rocket containers going on down here at this fleet. Doesn't look like much is gonna amount. Doesn't look like that's gonna amount to much. I don't know. One might get through. It's gone through for the. It's gone for the chef. Whoopsie doodle. Rather unfortunate. That's a lovely noise. I hope y'all can't hear that. AMMs. Missiles. The Shelter Alliance team is going absolutely burko with the missiles. And it's paying off. And the damage output is strong. We've also been able to cap a few more points. This Axford team down in Echo, the famous flanking Axfords. Uh-oh. Everyone's experiencing lag. Too surprising. Might need to lower my recording quality. I don't know if that'll help, because I raised it for these last two videos, but both this one and the previous one and the one before that, which I'm not gonna upload that, is have been kind of lagging the frame rate. I think it's mainly due to the missiles, but if I'm gonna host, I better, actually help. I would just spectate people who are hosting their own games, but everybody's hosting on pillars, so. Maybe I could set up a second computer to host Nebulous. I don't know. We'll have to look into that. A lot of damage coming down on this voxel. Those plasmas haven't done that much, I think. But even just a few plasma hits can be devastating, especially when they go for the engineering section. Which I think is what I'm going to call the after the ship from now on, is engineering. Because drive block is correct, reactor block is correct. Both those things are usually back there because that's where all the big slots are. Engineering makes the most sense. Plasma actually reducing the fire output of the other Ocello since it's firing with 450s. And those 450s are punching through these voxels. This is another one of those T-30 lines, though. Grape shot is not what you want to be hitting this with. Even though plasma has weakened it. Oh my goodness. Speaking of plasma, it's not gonna hit. The radar picture is just not good enough. Yeah, no track correlators. Got a pinpoint. I'm not sure if it's locked, though. This voxel team is taking a beating, and they're not dishing out that much damage in return. Oh, but where they're getting the damage on is very important if they can down a drive. It's a big cost to the Ocella. It seems like a lot of people haven't realized yet that the drive sections on those things are huge and easy to destroy. Made only easier when you have drives that are smaller size, like a sun drive. Sun drive's meant for a little ship. It doesn't take up much space, and its HP value reflects that. It's very easy to pop those out. More grape shot going into this. Did this guy bring anything other than grape shot for those T-30s? Oh yeah, plenty of HE, just not using it. Damn shame, because there's HE going into this. It'd be dead, and the one behind it would probably be dead too. It's going down and taking fire from 1, 2, 3 separate fleets. This pack of Ocellas, this pack of Ocellas, and this pair of matched cargo liners. That's not going to be able to hold up to that. The one thing that might be able to hold up to that are these 2 Axfords, but they're way down in bumfuck Egypt. Looks like they're getting some fire out on these Ocellas, actually. In fact, these might be the guys that have destroyed the drive on this thing. But maybe not. It appears they don't have a very good track on it. And that drive is down. Voxel's getting annihilated. The missiles continue to come out. Looks like the PD is enough over here. Everyone's taking damage, taking hits. It's anybody's game. And this missile expert is also taking hits. But it's dishing it out. A beam turret on the missile expert. Looks like the beam just got toasted. I need more descriptive words. I keep using toasted. We gotta switch things up a little. That's gonna get stale real quick. First voxel down. It's not dead, but I don't think she's coming back. Oh, there goes the CIC. Now it's dead. This voxel absolutely getting roasted. See, that one's different. By plasma. A lot of rounds still going into the dead voxel. Little scout ship. Looks like he's had pretty good uptime on the jamming, which is good. I'm sure that helps, but it's less effective at this short range, even with a poor picture. You're gonna hit a target the size of a couple barns with ease. Yeah, no, it's having trouble down here. Uh-oh. But he's getting into the back line, putting some fire down. It's probably in beam range by now. Could do a lot of damage. Has already done a lot of damage to this cargo ship. There is action going on in every corner of the map. I need about 17 more screens to get a good picture of all of this. Because we've got the Axfords firing on these guys. We've got the Voxels fighting the entire galaxy. And we have another Axford fighting this, whatever this is, cargo liner, who has expended all his stack launchers and who is very slowly reloading. One ammo elevator. Oh no, and a programming bus. 2 programming buses for just a handful of containers. That is not what you want on there. That's a big problem. This Axford is still getting it. Both these fleets are in such bad condition, and they're just sort of staring at each other menacingly. Unfortunately The Ocellos of Voxels have come over. Unfortunately for the Voxels, they're using RPF against a highly armored target. This is the most armored target the OSP has. RPF isn't gonna do anything. It looks cool, though. Yeah, it looks real cool. And that is doing no damage. That is actually doing no damage. I'm not seeing any flashes when those rounds go off on the paper doll here. Quite unfortunate. I guess we're going to go over back where something is actually happening. This same Ocello is getting annihilated by that same group of Axfords. It's done. It is out of here. It has a reinforced CIC, but no reactor, no restores, no drive. Uh-oh. Looks like the Axfords are getting punished. Some good missile hits. One good missile hit at least. We can tell by the trail and the blast. Did some Mondo damage to one of the reactors, but Axfords get two for some reason. Seems unfair. We'll be sure to nerf everything into the ground so that way the game's completely unplayable. And what was I saying before I started trolling? All right, Axfords doing well. Those cargo containers are just not enough. Just a couple stack launchers on monitors. Ain't gonna cut it, Chief. Looks like another one of these voxels has gone down. Oh yeah, life pods are launching. And the third voxel is probably gonna be going down soon. Withering fire from these Ocellos, but again, they're not taking any damage. RPF doesn't deal damage to these ships. Quite unfortunate. A lot of errors from both sides this whole game. It's been a weird one. Nothing doing on those missiles. This thing is still flying somehow. Drive reactor CIC, sometimes that's all you need and you can cap points. No one has capped alpha. It has been open the whole match. In fact, I think it was the free point. Yeah, it was the free point for the ANS team, and they just didn't want it for some reason. Beam cutting into this LC. Beam's exactly what you want on those Ocellos. Should I tell this guy that RPF doesn't do anything? No. No, that's cheating. Spectator, you really want to not be involved as much as you possibly can. Sometimes people ask legitimate questions. More semi-active missiles being fired without a painter on target. Unfortunate. Those are going off into, well, space. I mean, we're already in space, but they're coming back around. What are these? What is this? And they're gonna miss anyways. That was a weird one. This one might hit. This one's gonna miss again. What is going on in this match? I don't know, but I think the OSP's got it on lock. Those two Axfords down there can be real menacing, but they're splitting up, which could be a big problem. If they get missiles thrown at them, you really want that cohesive PD net. Ocello's going down. OSP has a pretty significant point advantage on caps and point values. And the ANS is up by military. Is up in military by a significant margin. I am just really struggling to speak tonight, aren't I? It's not good. This boy is pretty much dead. Oh yeah, CSC's up. And not using restores. It happens. So that is cooked. Still got this center battle around this big rock. Around Charlie still going on. Some lovely E-War. It still doesn't look right on the tactical map. I don't know what that's about. I've been having that problem since the update. Jammers will just cover the entire universe. This Ocello has no drive and probably doesn't have enough reactor power. Got a couple restores, not using them for some reason. Stash of Ursula. That's a great ship name. Yeah, that's a great ship name. What's this other guy's name? The Slack Hin. And how's this voxel doing? If one of these voxels can back off, or this Axford can back off and go after Alpha, looks like the OSP team had the same idea. They could just cap Alpha because no one's over here for some reason. But it doesn't matter. This poor ship has been pretty much taken out. Looks like this Axford is maybe backing off. He's throwing missiles at it. That's overkill.
The enemy is securing zone Boxer.
But we're going to watch it explode anyways because there's nothing super exciting going on. I guess there's that battle. Yeah, there's that battle. That's a real battle. But I wanted to watch this get hit. Oh, the semi-active is just not doing it again. All right, that's been hit by missiles. Yeehaw. This is dead. Yeah, I thought there was a battle going on over here, but this thing is done for. That explains why we were only seeing gunfire coming out of the Axford team. This ship's done. The OSP doesn't have much left in the fight. Just this boy, which is way high up above the map. Ah, not as high up above the map. And she thought the real free Abrams using the Axford fleet. Not a fan of the Axfords, but he's easily the person on the match doing the most work. I don't know if he realizes this, but the sheer amount of damage output these things have done is, well, it's pretty good. I mean, they've been slow for sure, but that has allowed them to clean up. And this team taking Dagger. Probably going to be taking Charlie here before too long as well. But this game is drawing to a close, though for whom I'm not entirely certain. It seems like the ANS could just cap and easily take the win with their heavy cruisers, since all that's remaining for the... Yeah, all these ships are just... They're not going to be able to fight for very long. And these Axfords are basically fresh, and they got 450s on them. They could annihilate these two Ocellas. Looks like that's exactly what's happening right now. Maybe not. I thought it looked like one of these was charging up to shoot. Aha, still firing at that monitor, which is dead. And yeah, that's the most action that's going on right now. Yippee. I'm gonna go back over here. I don't know what this guy's doing up here with this. If he's just trying to stay alive. Unfortunately, OSP doesn't have enough caps for that to work out very well. Huh. That's pretty funny. It's also kind of dark, but that's okay. War is kind of dark, and Nebios is a pretty realistic, well, realistic naval simulator. Just happens to be set in space. So the darkness is fitting. This Voxel's back in the fight somehow. How are you alive? Not only alive, but in pretty good health considering the beating that it's taken. It's just about out of restores. And it's taken fire, a lot of fire, from those Ocellos. ANS team capturing Charlie. Yeah, I have a feeling the ANS team's gonna take it because these two Ocellos, they got a lot of guns, but they don't seem to really have much in the way of drive capacity. Yeah, a lot of damage to the drive on that one. I think this one's just lost a lot of thrusters. No, he's just flying slow for some reason. Probably reactor damage. The front thrusters are all messed up. That's a big problem. This guy can cap Charlie. I think that's going to be it for the Protectorate team. Yeah, they just don't have that much else I can fight. As the more missiles going every which way. You gotta use your illuminators with your semi-actives, folks, or they're just gonna do this. That missile Axford could have killed these two Ocellos several times over with all the missiles that he's thrown at him, but he's just not painting his targets. Yeah, it's tasked, but the hole's in the way, presumably. Yeah, I think it's this. Or this, maybe? I can't tell with how dark it is on this damn map. Or maybe it's this. Maybe it's this. But he just cannot get the right... Yeah, I think it's the Snows one. He cannot get the right angle on that. Oh, whole lot of power going down. It is hard burning after that alpha point. And the people are noticing. They're firing lots of rounds at it. Mostly overpinning, though. But with this thing being on flank, those thrusters are going to be cooking off. Sundrive? No, a standard. And I have a feeling that boy's about to have a really unhappy time. He's going to come around to grab Alpha, only to be greeted by an Axford with beams and probably some missiles. 1 missile. No, Eagle 1, 5 missiles. We've seen how effective he is with those, which is not very, kind of unfortunate. Here's this. These Axfords have circumnavigated the map. They started over here, they went down to Echo, went over to Bravo, fought over Bravo for a little while, and this one has looped around to Delta, around the horn of this big map, this big rock, to Delta, and is heading towards Alpha. Yeah,
Enemy secured Zone Atlas.
I know the people want to shoot at things, but I am ready for the next match. I'm ready. I'm excited because this was a good match. This is a real good match. There was a lot going on. Oh my! I haven't lost a ship yet, bro. Buddy, my dude. That's fine. Looks like someone's about to contest that claim. Yeah, it's 2 of our Axfords. Different teams, the Hand and Nod, and whoever the hell the NAFS is. And that's damage right into that drive block. And if he wants to stay and fight, I definitely can't stop him, and I definitely wouldn't stop him, but the game is over. The Shelter Alliance has won. They're getting 10 points a tick. What happens when you have all the caps, and the OSPs has none. Has quickly gone from in the lead by a few points to mega down. Oh man. He's putting some power down the field. But it is just not enough. Axfords are good. Maybe I should start playing with Axfords, because I usually mess around with Voxels on the Shelter Alliance team. But I have come, over these matches that we've been watching together, I have come to really respect the Axford. Like a lot. I was pretty unimpressed with it when the update first dropped and I was able to just delete them out of space with container span. It's like, oh, cool giant 3,000 point cruiser. It's dead in 5 seconds. But with how competent people have gotten at managing their PD and how strong PD teams grouped together can be, I think the Axford definitely has a place. Even though we've mainly been seeing voxels, I think that the sheer muscle of the Axfords can just out muscle a lot of OSP comps, because you need plasma or missiles used cleverly to beat Axfords straight up. 250s don't cut it. 450s by themselves can, but the Axford has a lot more staying power than the cargo liners that can mount the 450s. And then the Ocello, as we're seeing here. Especially the Ocello. It beats the Ocello straight up, because the Ocello was the old version of the Axford in lore anyways. So it's just bigger, better, stronger. But the casemate ships, unless they're doing some real amazing dodging work, just can't fight those Axfords straight up. More Ocellos. Man, it has just been absolute dog battle down here. Everybody just beating on each other and beating on each other and beating on each other. OSP team has taken a couple of points. I'm surprised. Yeah, this Ocello managed to limp towards Bravo. Ah, and this one shuttle grabbed Echo. Nice. These two Ocellos are just struggling so hard to move even the tiniest bit. Oh boy. And they're dying. They're getting withered down by more Axford fire, more 450 fire. This Axford's quite a bit worse for wear, but it is not out of the fight. Yeah, its cannons are going off right into this boy, right through that boy. Okay. Zoom out here, get a good look at all of this. What is that shooting at? I have no idea. Oh, I see. I think those are punch throughs from this Axford. Yeah. Those are punch throughs. I thought he was just firing into space. No. He's going through. We can see little bits coming off of him over here. I think this is kind of the only way to watch this fight without the icons. I wish I could make the icons a little smaller. Getting in the way of these impacts. Yeah, I think these Ocellos going down the fast way. Huge shout out to anyone who knows what game that song's from. They're just slowly dying as the Shelter Alliance team creeps further and further ahead on points. This shuttle player is just burning his little heart out, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I am amazed at how tanky these Ocellos are to 450 fire. The missiles do so much damage when they hit, but the 450s have done surprisingly little. Yeah, amazing. My team bad. This bro just sat in the middle of the map, didn't take any points, didn't contest any points, and just sort of boxed with this ship. He should have been dead like 100 times over. But for some reason, this missile Axford didn't use his illuminator properly. I feel like that's something you'd really want to make absolutely certain is working right before firing your missiles. Meanwhile, his other teammates were actually contesting points and fighting. That's why you're alive, because you weren't doing anything important. No, no.
Securing zone eclipse.
See, that's just rude. He's just, like, he's drawing genitalia on the outside of the ship with that beam is what I'm convinced he's doing.
The enemy is securing zone
Alright.
boxer.
The Bravo Ocello is dead, which means that will be taken. Looks like Echo is being taken by... Oh, right, the guy we were just looking at. And this silly Billy is going to continue to waste our time by refusing to tap out. Okay, that Ocello is dead. Yeah, there it is, just grayed out on the map. This is the last meaningful ship they have. And he taps out. All right.
The enemy secured zone eclipse.
Now we on you to quit, because I want to see that AAR. I really want to see that AAR.
The enemy secured zone boxer.
No, he's going to make us wait. Yay! Why do some players have to do this? I mean, I can kind of understand the Osella guy, because his image of the battle space was pretty limited. He was really focused on what he was doing, which, you know, he should be. But it's important to be aware of what's going on around you and how much what you're fighting is adding to the team. So that's why he didn't surrender. He was like, no, but I'm doing great. Which is sort of true. Yeah, I'm generally impressed with everyone. This game where the Shelter Alliance has almost no losses and the OSB has almost 100% losses goes out to everyone who says the OSP is overpowered and super powerful and never loses. Big shout out to those people. I really am a bit of a toxic jerk, but I don't care. Sometimes it's earned. Yeah, this guy doesn't know where the surrender button is, or is just a time-wasting jerk. If you've stayed around through the last, like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes that have been the end of this game where it's been decided but not technically over, good on you. Appreciate you. Yeah, the players are unhappy too, understandably so. It's just not fun for anybody. Yeah, I guess I am gonna start doing that. Yeah, definitely going to be doing that. Yeah, how long are those timers? I'm not sure, because my original logic for doing that is, well, that's kind of shitty. You don't really want to see a draw, but you want to And you don't really want to limit players. And yeah, that guy definitely had no fighting chance at all. He was alive, and that was it. The enemy was too overwhelming. God damn. 40,000 damage between these Axfords. That's pretty good, I guess. Yeah, this is the guy who was like, Axfords are just whatever, I don't like them. And you were the MVP of the match. Whatever, I don't care. I don't care. This troglodyte. Can I fucking kick people out of the briefing? That would be truly rude. Yeah, this guy just threw away so many missiles. It's really quite unfortunate. Yeah, command, semi-actives. Just wasn't doing it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. This guy's dumb and wrong and doesn't have the capacity to recognize that, so that's fine. Not great damage coming out of those line ships, which is unfortunate. It's had a lot of potential. Looks like they just didn't expend hardly any rounds, didn't carry many rounds. Yeah, for some reason this was set up to be focused on the containers. Yeah, because this had the missile programming arrays, or buses. I don't know what that's about. But as we're seeing in the numbers here, it ain't it. This only did 3.6 damage. 2.6 thousand damage. That surprises the hell out of me. Oh, right. It's because he kept using the grape. Yeah, kept using the grape when he could have been using the HE. If he's using the HE instead of the grape, oh my goodness. Because his plasma were lighting the hell out of those Axfords and the voxels. Alright, let's look at Mr. Fighting Chance. Yeah, 1,500 damage. Yikes. 6k. Yikes. AK and 14 is... I guess it's fine. I don't know. Yeah, on the 450s and the 120s, I see. So he kept engaging big ships with just two 450s and a 120, or maybe one 450 and two 120s. I'm not really sure. But yeah, based on the ammo expenditure, he probably had more 450s. Just not it. That was a messy match. I hope you enjoyed. Good night.